afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with your host, Imperial Dane, master propaganda hero like defender of the fatherland. Off here to an exciting, riveting, amazing 1vs1 right here on Kholodny, Ferma winter between in the east. Picture the setting by the way, 1904, December, the Battle of the Bulge. Unternehmen Herbstnebel, you get it. Tomakaze in the east here fighting for the Americans, the beleaguered 90th Infantry Division holding off against the Kraut's relentless assaults under the command of the ever-vicious Obersturmbannführer Aimstrong. Fighting here for Germany, Deutschland, the first SS Panzerdivision Leibstandarte with mobile offense, Blitzkrieg Doctrine, and Lightning War with infantry and Panzerfaust bulletins versus Tomakaze's airborne, heavy cavalry, and recon support. Triple infantry is better available there to Tomakaze in terms of bulletins as he aims for double rifleman start. Tank traps being hastily thrown down here to block the advance of the Germans and give any cover for the poor beleaguered infantrymen to find cover behind. God damn it, Carl, why didn't we bring the sandbags? Command said we didn't need it. Germans wouldn't attack. They wouldn't attack through the same place they attacked like 4 years ago. What's command made up of? Baboons? Maybe, or chickens. Maybe cats. I like cats. No one cares what you like, Carl. And it's right from northwards here. We can see them. Nope. Oh, well, he's actually focusing on a bit of an interesting centre, but not quite pushing north for the aggressively. And I think that's a bit risky there by Aimstrong, to be honest. I mean, usually do not want to leave this to chance this falls into the hands of your opponent. So Aimstrong, I think, not quite pushing with this is a bit of a surprise. True rifling out there for Tomakaze. Grenadiers moving against the rifling up north there, point being scored by the MD42 with the more Grenadiers in the way there for Aimstrong. More rifling for Tomakaze, standard stuff round flanking against Grenadiers in north. MD42 grabbing the northern fuel. Cannot support the Grenadiers. Quickly turn the tables there on Aimstrong. Very good move there. Go for more riflemen. Completely shattering, I think, any chance of victory there for Aimstrong. He's going to have to retreat right then and there as the rifle just utterly overwhelm any infantry just turn part with the M1 Garands, which really can do an absurd amount of damage. There goes actually forced to persist machine gun to have a better chance here. Very good move by Aimstrong, but ultimately just highlights there that all the way hand. I think this sort of early moments was a bit, flawed there versus Tomakaze, who was an aggressive American player, was able to throw him off a bit there. Grenadiers versus Rifleman here, shots being fired back and cross here. In the house from the Rifleman, this low on health, the Grenadiers should have a chance, but otherwise, when up close, the thing with the Rifleman is they do have a 50% DPS edge over Grenadiers in like close quarters combat. And that means if you can get your rifleman close in most cases, your rifleman will win unless they're all in such a poor condition that Germans can actually defend them off. Right here though, folks, this is normally where you don't rush the rifleman, but of course in this case they are still on health, it can work out. Rifleman getting ready here, the MD42 spray for left blind spot there. Tomakaze seizes upon it, punishing Aimstrong there again for getting over risking again. Smart notice as all this is happening. Tomakaze's got Rearson squad just calmly securing everything else on the map, whereas Aimstrong's got barely nothing. So this is a very strong start here for Tomakaze. Very strong. And of course this is basically how it goes from the Americans, the aggressive faction, the Germans are the defensive faction. They initially sort of don't get so much ground necessarily, but they sort of then try to slowly push back the Americans, that would push ahead, whereas the Americans are then meant, gain an early advantage, then sort of you try to make anything out of. So in this regard, Tomakaze is playing this out quite well. He does get the heavy cavalry, apparently someone remembered to send the sandbags for this time around. He's going to need some healing then, there's some reinforcement. And he's also going to need some weapons. We've got more tank traps down there for Tomakaze. Fuel pumping, munition being secured, fuel being secured here. And back here, MD42 reinforcing with tech up going on there for Aimstrong. Only triple grenades and MD42. Aimstrong is clearly a bit worried he's going to get rushed by light vehicles, and he wants probably a Pack 40 up to counter this as soon as possible because he's not going to be able to get out of Puma in anywhere near remotely no time. So meanwhile, Tomakaze securing territory after the initial assault here that threw off the spearhead or the vanguard of the 1st SS Panzerdivision Leibstandarte. He is quickly sort of trying to take advantage of the downtime there from Aimstrong as he reorganizes to just seize as much as he can elsewhere, which is definitely, I think, the right approach there. Grenadiers here spotting two riflemen approaching, or two riflemen squads specifically. Heavy shoot over there. Rifleman will win the long run, unless of course machine gun moves up and begins suppressing them. A mortar good also about Aimstrong here. Tech down there, he'll have to retreat the Pioneers soon to get it going, but I imagine they're a bit busy supporting the Grenadiers. We've got flamethrowers up as well to further assist, and here rifles suppressed, forcing retreat, and oh, that was actually a nice move the way he did it by, instead of just popping into the church where, Tomakaze would like to see it, it's going to take a longer time, he actually set up at the edge where the rifleman couldn't see it, and then used to suppress one rifle squad. That's actually really clever there by Aimstrong, and I definitely wouldn't have seen it coming, and clearly Tomakaze didn't either, so thumbs up there to Aimstrong, certainly showing why he's one of the better players in the game. Rather than being pushed back with the Grenadiers Pioneer squad in the south here though, Tomakaze launches a nice flank here, but using rear echelons, he can't exert a lot of pressure, but even then, it is a flank. It can hit, vulnerable points. He can cut off Aimstrong there from his resources, so that is a really clever move then, response there by Tomakaze. And of course, he's sending so many other units back, so he can't even respond to this. Plus, that ETS moving the machine gun away, leaving the front here exposed. So right now, this is a really nasty move and some really good use of the rear echelons by Tomakaze. I mean, Aimstrong is going to need to take out fast, need to bring out something else. Some Panzer Grenadiers or some 222s here could do a lot, I think, for Aimstrong right now. But even then, like, Tomakaze is just not giving up. Also, very interesting to note here, Tomakaze is going for the cap. Normally, in this case, you'd go for the Lieutenant. Very good at aggressive play, 50 calibers and all that. But he's clearly got something else in mind here versus Aimstrong. We'll have to see how Aimstrong responds to this surprise. And for example, what Tomakaze exactly intends. I mean, Stuarts, Pack Howitzers, anti-tank guns, obviously, and that could be quite helpful. They are really good versus German medium armor. But we'll have to see what it ends up with there. MD4 dropping the rear echelons there. But he's got 2 machine guns now. That definitely helps versus an infantry build here like Tomakaze's. Like to make a nice company up. Panzer Grenadiers. 222s most likely could fill up with Panzer Grenadiers versus so far unupgraded riflemen. Panzer Grenadiers do work out quite well with Grenadiers by close to death, though they have killed quite a few riflemen. And we got a Pack Howitzers out here. Definitely one of the more overlooked weapons, despite getting buffed here in the American arsenal, but still pretty good if you know how to use it, in particular know how to barrage with it. Plus it gets white phosphorus, which is just one of the most criminally overlooked abilities in the American arsenal, but it's really one of those that can just really drive you nuts as a German player. You got the 2-2 on the way there for Aimstrong. Liked it. No! Half-time. That's probably going to be a flamethrower to the punch infantry to burn away there. Very efficient at that, of course. But does leave it more vulnerable to like the Eagles, meaning in the Stuart there could be a bit more problem. Then again, the 2-2's not going to do amazingly well versus it, but it'll do better than a flamethrower. Let's just put it like that. Heading points here aggressively. Tomakaze does not relent. He does not give up. Back here, troops here reinforcing. I'm about to say healing, but there's a definite lack of a medic bunker there for Aimstrong. The sheer pressure that Tomakaze is putting up ensures that Aimstrong can't easily get it up. Plus, he hasn't really needed it as such. So it's obviously less of a priority for Aimstrong. It's all again sent troops southward, just trying to break out. Mines down there from Tomakaze. He's clearly expecting Aimstrong to go for something in that direction. Flamethrower on the way. Pack Howitzers being carded forward here for the 90th Infantry Division. Pack Howitzers are usually part of the Mountain Infantry Divisions. There's some paratroop units and probably some regular Infantry Divisions would probably guard them as well. Stuart, they're almost done. Flamethrower after hit. We got Smoking down here to help screen against the machine gun. Very good. After they're halfway done. He's going to regret probably going for this instead of just using it regularly to support troops and then laying down some teller mines with the munitions instead, because he's got no counters to the Stuart right now. So Aimstrong's going to probably be in for a bit of a rough ride, a bit of Yankee-induced turbulence on his flight towards potential victory. Or doom. Stuart sitting out there for Tomakaze, sweeping ahead. Captain forced away there. Rear area and quite a bit of fire there. My God, I'm glad I wore my asbestos underwear today. Thank God, asbestos is safe as hell. And he's right down here, there's a Grenadiers. Pack Howitzers shooting, gets a good hit on the Grenadiers. MD4 sitting up again. Now the Pack Howitzers around here. Now the hit, Grenadiers down to less than half health. Pack 40 on the way there for Aimstrong to obviously a very sensible response here to the arrival of the Stuart. In the south, the more progress here from Aimstrong and the 1st SS as the 90th Infantry Division continues to fight against the crouch, the German men. As the Grenadiers will need to fall back. By the way, Stuart, Pack Howitzer, Rifleman, not really good combination for the continued survival of the Grenadiers. Pack 40 is almost done here. He's likely going to end up going for mobile defense to help deal with the Stuart, I imagine, here. And looks like, yeah, machine gun wiped by the Pack Howitzers. Looks like the Stuart. No, the Stuart actually got off, I think, a single hit there. Machine gun in this case, though, the trade basically caused them to bunch up. So that was definitely not good for Aimstrong, and that's a big win for Tomakaze. I mean, stealing an MG42 is usually, a cause for celebration. If you're the Americans, the Germans, it's usually a cause for finding your screws up before the German high command finds out. Here's there under 5 and MD42 machine gun recruit, but there you go. He's got to pop into the church possibly here. There you go. Flame for half tech. Tiny chance of wiping it maybe, but yeah, not likely. Pack Howitzers are being carried forward to the front. Seems a bit delayed. The MD42 opening up. We got BS up here for Tomakaze, taking advantage of the further momentum of this game to just begin pushing for weapons on his rifleman. Pack Howitzers the boy halfway to veterans 1. Machine gun needs to fall back. Pack Howitzers is unsurprisingly pretty poked. Again, it gets overlooked a lot because the American mortar itself is just so efficient and also cheaper, but like the Pack Howitzer is very good. And again, The white phosphorus is just outstanding stuff as well. But again, it is criminally overlooked. Though again, a lot of abilities generally with most armies tend to be criminally overlooked. A lot of them. I mean, doesn't matter if you're Allied or Americans, or well, Allied or Germans, Allied or Americans. Well, I guess with not modern politics, might not be quite that bit more separate. But anyways, Axis or Allies, a lot of abilities tend to go criminally underrated. Stuff like counter-attack tactics, for example, tends to get overlooked a lot as well. You've got bazookas on the Raven helps to counter them the flame for a half-attack. Rapidly retreating in this, they suddenly found themselves in a much warmer environment in the middle of December. Usually cause for retreat there when things get drastically much warmer. There's under fire from the Pack Howitzer, there we go. Tomakaze is definitely, I think, getting a lot of utility out of the Pack Howitzer. Rapidly it's denying Aimstrong a lot of structure to fight from, making it much harder for him to defend himself, which of course is pretty good for Tomakaze. Pretty good. He's really pushing his luck here with the flame fire, and there he goes, going to get punished. Also, he's going for the Puma there, the 234-2. Again, very common part of the Wehrmacht arsenal at the moment. Mobile defense only called out, in particular versus the Americans, where usually will be under such heavy pressure that you usually go and eat something like this to have a chance to really sort of turn the table on their own light vehicle, so you can sort of push ahead here. We'll see what he ends up with further here versus Tomakaze, though hopefully he doesn't try to run the command tank here in this case. The big way sort of Tomakaze is playing that quick backfire on him, and before truth is present the rifle and the captain. And we got a smoke down the machine gun a bit too late here up north, with more pressure. Tomakaze is also exerting pressure in the south. Very good play there by Tomakaze, very good field presence and control. And before truth they're hammering away, 1200 rounds per minute. Moving up, they're going to engage the Stuart. Misses though, misses. Misses again. Takes rating from the Stuart. Going to do flanking the MD42 and gets a wipe. He can take it back there. A small glimmer of hope in a sea of darkness. Need to retreat the machine gun now. But should have a good chance unless he decides to run straight into the middle of the negative cover, in which case they're likely going to die. But still, even sticking to the light cover, they still take up a lot of damage here from Tomakaze's forces. But still, getting back that machine gun is a big win there for Aimstrong. He's going for the sniper here. I don't think I'd go for sniper here. Panzer Grenadiers or Mortar I think would be a better choice than the sniper right now for Aimstrong. But again, the meta does seem to be much more welcoming to the idea of actually going for snipers that are close to the mid game rather than just only relying on them in the early game. So that's certainly something they're worth keeping in mind. Puma retreating here. Sniper out for Aimstrong. Damn it, and you're not looking good. They need to fix up the 234-2. Grenadiers moving ahead back here to base. Reinforcement here and there going on for Aimstrong. Here's getting blasted by the Grenadiers. Rifle opening up as well. There are virtually 2 no grenades by the research by Tomakaze. Some players do that, some do not. But Aimstrong is still under intense pressure. We got the sniper out here with this silly little hat. Going for the cuff point, entering up towards the fuel point at the same time. Aimstrong definitely, I think, needs to sort of consider a slight change in tactics here. It's like, I think, have a chance of overwhelming Tomakaze, causing some larger damage and then pushing the game around, because right now he's, I think, trying to fight in a engagement. I think that's more to the advantage of Tomakaze than to himself. And the Pack Howitzers just brings out to be an absolute menace. There you go, wiping the machine gun before he can get away there. Bit aggressive positioning, but still really powerful. As you can see, they're going to need to retreat. And wipe, that's quite a loss there for Tomakaze, or Aimstrong in the early game. This retreat's not improving for him. Almost got a rifle score there, in fact. That's a small victory if he can actually wipe it. I don't think he's going to get that lucky, though. Some of these are not having the best of times there. And they need to retreat very, very, very fast. And Tomakaze is just gaining a nice fat fuel lead here. Aimstrong is just struggling to get anywhere at the moment. Going hit with the Puma now, the infantry screen is gone. I need to be more aggressive with it. Of course, they need to be careful. There you go. Stand up, blocking the line of sight with the Puma so it can't easily finish off stuff there.
We got a lieutenant down here for Tomakaze. He's clearly intending to go for the Pershing here. Careful, Aimstrong. Almost got it. He's going to get bait into the mine now. He takes the bait. And he loses the Puma, doesn't get the Steward. A massive loss there for Aimstrong. Massive. But yeah, Captain Lieutenant with heavy cavalry usually means he's going to try and stall for the Pershing. This situation just so far ahead, he can easily do it. Aimstrong, on the other hand, is going to have a thing to take up, try and pull for Stubes, at least another Pack 40. But this is pretty bad, losing the Puma like that. And of course, just a massive win there for Tomakaze. I mean, of course, great mine. And again, mines tend to have quite an impact. Both machine guns back though under Aimstrong's control, but the first is not finding himself having an easy time with the 19th Infantry Division. Rifleman captain setting out, Steward being fixed up, slowly approaching halfway done. Now, what will Aimstrong do here? And of course, at this stage, you realise his opponent's got heavy cavalry up, and he's seen a captain lieutenant. So I mean, if he's sort of been paying attention, he might of course be deducing that his opponent will be pushing for a Pershing his first opportunity. So just relying on Pumas here could prove to be detrimental to his chances of victory. I'm still a bit curious about the sniper. The veterans one there though, that will help a bit. We'll have to use the incendiary explosion rounds, going to be another thing. Machine gun up in the captain, the rifleman, though heavy cavalry protects them. And we got rifleman tagging in here. Big sweeping assault. We got wire being cut. Then we got the Pack Howitzers always joining in. 9 kills, closer vets only 2. 10 kills on the sniper. Troops sending southwards there. Our machine gun there, a bit exposed towards the north. And we got white phosphorus. Someone is actually using white phosphorus. Good God. Well, that's dangerous. That is really dangerous for Aimstrong. Particularly, oh, he does have the medic bunker now, but still, like for example, the Pack 4, there is going to have to retreat because the white phosphorus is just going to mean like the Americans walk up and sneeze at it, and the entire thing just dies. This is really bad for. Oh dear, he's going to move through the white phosphorus. He's so desperate against the Steward, he's willing to move through the white phosphorus and expose. We got the command tank on the way, it's going to try and stabilize, but again, it does mean he's got less fuel to take up, and again, makes him so much more vulnerable to a Pershing. And there you go, command tank here, rushing southwards, trying to apply some pressure to the infantry with its short gun there. And there you go, good hit on the Steward. But that Pack 40 is going to die. Yep, Pack wiped. Bad news for Aimstrong, good news for Tomakaze. The only real issue right now for Tomakaze is the command tank, and even then he's got some bazookas and the Stoop, which can still keep it at bay until he can get out the Pershing. Though he checked up, so he's not going for the Pershing. Silly me, he's actually planning for regular tech, which is actually a pretty good idea. Pretty good idea, gives more pressure now. Rather than allowing Aimstrong to maybe stabilise and pull out something to help counter the Pershing. So a much better play there, I would say, from Tomakaze. Much better play. Meanwhile, though, Aimstrong's going to have to try and get as much out of his command tank before it gets countered by something, and I'll just try and gain back some map control here. You might want to consider trying to set up here for the Austrian reserves, that way just get a lot of infantry cheaply and could just sort of say swarm parts of the map with, because one of his issues right now is his force composition very low on infantry, meaning he can't actually exert a lot of map pressures, even like he pushes back to Tomakaze, due to having not a lot of infantry, can't exploit it. So he really needs more infantry to have a better chance in this regard. Austrian could just be a cheap way of just quickly swarming into the south here. A lot of bazookas like command tank, smoke shooting down, followed with some white phosphorus as well, here soon enough. Ram there getting blasted by the command tank, 9 kills, 10 kills, very good work there. Up north, Stewart there, pushing away Aimstrong from the north. Pioneers seem to have been accidentally misclicked here on the minimap. Command tank versus Stewart, machine gun heading northwards. He's too busy now in the north to realise what's going on in the south, which is everything is stalled. Oh, the Pioneers got wiped! Lost the Pioneer squad there to Tomakaze's Pack Howitzer, 14 kills. Veteran T2. Finally moving in the south again there from Aimstrong, very good. More Pioneers. Getting up to the suit there to Panther so we can finish off with the Pack and the command tank. Main gun out, ace to it, but it's gonna go down, it's gonna go down. One way or the other, it's gonna die. Aimstrong has decreed it. It must die for Germany's sake. If the command tank can penetrate it. There we go. Stuart kaput. Rambling force retreat. Get a wipe on the rifleman squad. That would probably do a lot out there for Aimstrong. A lot of good. And he got a wipe. That'll help a bit. I mean, Tomakaze still has a ton of infantry up because, again, lieutenants and captains, they're part of the tech, just means basically free infantry. That looks like a unit that got almost wiped. Force retreat. Pack Howitzers, as always, bit of a menace. Still, this does help, I think, buy Aimstrong a bit of fresh air to, reorganize. It's bringing up another Pack 40. So Aimstrong is slowly turning this around, but I mean, we're at 20 minutes and it's only really happening now. It just really highlights just how powerful an American player just gets things going really well early on. They can be very difficult to slow down and very difficult to rob of any momentum. I mean, then, like, even if like Aimstrong's just slightly slowed down Tomakaze is already winding up again. Tomakaze is the American dynamo. Command tank moving up there, close to veterans running against the lieutenant. Rifleman standing back as well. Troops here healing, reinforcing. Reasons on the fire here from the Felix Panzerwagen with 13 kills. 14 kills. Reasons on the fire from the MD-42. Pushing them back successfully. Lieutenant getting glass here, but the command tank 15 kills for the Fatherland. Sniper moving up here. 23 kills, so don't have an impact here in the later stage of the game. And actually, probably one of the reasons he's actually got more kills right now here than Tomakaze is likely the sniper. So obviously it has been a good investment here for Aimstrong, but again, I am surprised if they went for it at this stage, that stage of the game, because it's usually rare. And there we go. Tomakaze did not actually going straight for the Pershing. A bit disappointed, but I mean, for Aimstrong, it's great to an extent, even though the Pershing can be an issue for him now. It's still getting more time to stabilize rather than just being hit by Shona right away. It's going to be a tricky thing, though. He's going to have to, catch with both packs, and then, maybe Panzerfaust, in which case he'll probably take out the Pershing, or he's going to hope that Tomakaze suffers a severe case of hubris. Halfway to what you feel in that Pack Howitzers, when he's about to get wiped out. Oh! Oh no! MU-42 smoke. Oh, that was a hell of a save there for Aimstrong for that Grenadier squad. And meanwhile, the up north machine gun white Pack Howitzers standing back here with the Pershing. There we go. Several hits on the Pershing, taking down to almost half health. Might be able to fill up another volley. And there we go. Grenadiers there. Shot bounced. And he gets off a Panzerfaust. He might just be able to punish and take out Tomakaze's Pershing. Troops on retreat from the MU-42 veteran 2 gain. We got a machine gun being rifleman flanking the Pack 40 now opening up there. Pershing will be able to get away here, though. Too much going on, and Tomakaze in this case was able to just relieve enough pressure here, or put enough pressure to fix down Aimstrong's anti-tank guns. That was sharp there, but still, he almost lost his Pershing, which is less sharp. Also, that sniper needs to get away from it. Oh, he got wiped by the Pack Howitzers. Just absolutely devastating stuff. Again, really just highlights the Pack Howitzers is really good, and again, American players really should consider going for more of it. He's going with a Puma command tank combo to try and catch the Pershing and destroy it. Pretty risky. The Puma's not good at the Pershing. And there goes the command tank. Hits a lot of bazookas and probably the Pershing. That is a really poor move there by Aimstrong. I'm guessing he's just feeling so pressured, so desperate. He's willing to risk everything versus the Pershing. He does get the Pershing, but command tank plus Puma. That's almost just the Pershing in fuel. It's almost the same. I mean, we're talking about 25 fuel less. Manpower wise, it's actually a bit more expensive. Plus, I mean, the command tank was really instrumental for Aimstrong to have a better chance with all this infantry that these Tomakaze is lobbing at him. So, I mean, without the command tank, he's in a serious spot. And again, he needs more infantry out now. Like Panzer Grenadiers and more riflemen, even Ostrom right now. He needs something there just, put more pressure in the field. And that's clearly what Tomakaze is doing. He's going for another Ranger squad. He is just not having any of it. He is having none of it. Of North machine gun caught in a bad spot, needs to retreat. Troops are healing, reinforcing, going for the calf point. When the machine gun aggressive player, the Aimstrong, I think is getting a bit pressured here, feeling the pressure, and he's trying now to make slightly more bold moves that might just have a better impact there. But there we go. He's even using tactical or counterattack tactics, just further increase his chances of just doing something there. He wants to really do harm now. But he's gonna have to retreat the machine gun before he gets wiped. Yeah, he's gonna have to retreat here. Never mind, the Pack Howitzer has a very good chance of wiping it. Bring in the grenade support. Grenade off. Oh. But again, really good ability. Nice to see someone actually use it. He just used it, I think, sooner and more aggressively as well versus Tomakaze. North troops engaging as well. They again, machine gun being aggressively pushed. It's just like so few units got the connection about the film. They're just being absolutely extended. He's going for another sniper now. I don't know, I feel that's pretty risky. Gun needs to retreat all the way. Machine gun needs to retreat. I mean, all this just to help, and the Pack Howitzers can easily wipe it. Super close to victory 3. I mean, he needs more pieces on the field. The problem is the sniper is just one very, very small piece. He needs like more fighting capable pieces on the field. So, I mean, I could be wrong again about the sniper, but I'm increasingly feeling like it's a bad move there by Aimstrong that he's going for that many snipers. Particularly when he's just down to 2 Grenadier squads and a Pioneer squad, a couple of machine guns. I mean, he's not necessarily very good at that, but he's still pressuring really aggressively. He's just really trying to keep up here momentum versus Tomakaze. He wants to somehow maintain initiative and gain it wherever he can. There's a need to retreat. Goes in there, getting sniped. Pack 40 being assaulted. Troops need to get back in action for Das Vaterland. The first SS up north hit point being secured. Over here in the east, troops reinforcing the healing. We got a Sherman on the way there for Tomakaze. No Pershings this time around. Not a bad idea, though theoretically does make more room for Puma actually being a not a completely desperate choice. He's going for more Grenadiers now. I mean, more infantry is good. Though part of me would like to see some Panzer Grenadiers, but Grenadiers can work. But again, Ostrom I think would also just allow him to get more territory faster. He also should use counter-attack tactics more obviously. White Phosphorus. In this case, he's. I mean, this guy's just. Oh, his captain machine gun Grenadiers out. Oh no. Absolute mercy here for Aimstrong. White Phosphorus again is just really powerful. And again, just Tomakaze actually showing it really says a lot about him. And he's just making it so much harder for Aimstrong to defend because, I mean, the White Phosphorus can just completely undermine the defense in seconds. Brain's going for the Pioneers. The Pioneers need to retreat now again behind heavy cover. All these Thompsons plus grenades just makes it way too hazardous. Sherman out. Machine gun being healed up. But if there's a rifle up close to the match, his charge ranks the light machine. In fact, the rifle had the bazooka, but even then, Bazooka Man gets a kill on the Grenadiers, and that's going to force a retreat nonetheless. Aimstrong continues to remain under intense pressure here from Tomakaze. And that Pack Howitzers veteran defeat. Getting some good hits with the Grenadiers and the sniper. I think that's the rifleman. Need to get the Pack Force in action. Grenadiers almost wiped out, and we got smoke off here from the Sherman, I think. Yes, indeed, very good use there. So Tomakaze, I definitely feel it's more part of the Dave art of American play, which means you're actually using the abilities and, you know, flanking and maneuvering, which is good. Sweeping centerwards. Still no taker for Aimstrong, he just hasn't had the time to do so. Like, the pressure Tomakaze can lay on him is just extreme in a lot of ways. More White Phosphorus. Again, he knows just how much German troops around, or how to establish defensive just by constantly bombarding the White Phosphorus. He can really just essentially undermine Aimstrong defenses, plus make it hard for him to move towards the north. So that's just a really gut spot. And there goes the Pack 40 this time getting caught, meaning the Sherman can just clear it out with its 50 caliber. This is just a mess for Aimstrong. An absolute mess. Again, that Pack Howitzer White Phosphorus is just nuts. It's not about to get wiped out. He gets a wipe somewhere. Small victory there for Aimstrong, but the sniper got wiped by the Sherman. I mean, he's about to get wiped as well. He's not careful. Good there, but there you go. Pack 40 is predicted to wipe in a matter of seconds. There you go. Looks like the rear stuns for the bazooka team got wiped out, dropping a bazooka as well. Pioneers pushing back with the rear stuns. Pack's trying to catch the Sherman. Hit machine gun, stopping the captain in his tracks. Grenadiers moving up. Puma here for Aimstrong in a desperate measure here to stop the Sherman. Damaged engine. Pack 40 opening up. If it can get within range, Puma moving in. What a crazy fight here between Aimstrong and Tomakaze. Smoke screen down here to buy time. Need to be careful. They got a lot of infantry moving in. There's nothing from the screen for the pack, and the Puma can't push through that either. Machine gun, by the time we got White Thrusters down here again. And really, it's just absolutely amazing. Someone is actually using it, and unsurprisingly, it's really good, which just highlights, you know, a lot of American players just don't use most of the stuff even remotely, but Tomakaze does, and again, he's just crashing it in so many ways. I mean, Aimstrong is just pushing hard back, but he's just struggling. Troops are being suppressed. So they need to retreat soon. Pack recruit. John is that need to retreat now, and even they might be still got a smoke shot from the Lieutenant machine gun forcing it to a position in the south. Around them being burned up, and there go grenades off Yak Test Research grenades. Tomakaze just keeping it up here versus Aimstrong. I mean, honestly, should be using the Puma to help deal with infantry. I mean, his correction machine gun and main gun actually sort of decent, so I mean, he really should get the Puma more in action rather than just hanging back here. I mean, the more he can just, you know, hurt right now, Tomakaze just split him out, the better, I'd say, for Aimstrong. White Frost was being hammered out there again. 27 kills in that Pack Howitzers. Pioneers need to retreat. They're about to get murdered in cold blood here by Tomakaze. Puma still just hanging back here. Might be in that Aimstrong's forgotten about it in all the heat and action. Pack there takes rate. We got the Puma moving up though. Good hit in the Sherman, almost down to half health. Puma misses. The Puma's also down to half health now. And Zobson has to be pulled back for repairs. I'm guessing Aimstrong's going to try and set up for another command tank here versus Tomakaze. Pack Howitzers just added again. Another Sherman out here for Tomakaze. Grenade off. Oh! Almost got to wipe the Pack Howitzers. Going to finish them off. He's not careful. From north front being secured. Back here, troops in reinforcing. And a smoke screen on the other machine gun. Very good move there. Very good. Tomakaze probably could get away with laying down a few mines, and then again, obviously, munition increasing. He's just going towards white phosphorus barrages and grenades. So I can understand why it's not going for more. Now the Sherman nearby is really strong. Versus Aimstrong. Ha ha ha. Puma not in for repair, moving head, Pioneers, machine guns. Everything's just close nearby. Lieutenant White, though, another small victory here for Aimstrong. He is slowly whittling down Tomakaze's forces, but he's just taking so many casualties himself in the process. Machine gun White on a retreat, leaving it with now only a hero MG42 here for Aimstrong. Oh dear, and he's losing the fuel point again, but he's getting very close to the command tank. He's getting very close, and yeah, this is very much what he's going for. Jump down to almost half health again. Oh, and the Puma takes a great hit here with the high close rounds, taking out Smoke Screen down. It's going to run up and attack round here, taking out the Puma through the smoke. Smoking hot delivery here from Tomakaze. There we go, command tank out for Aimstrong. Befehls Panzerwagen 2. 75 points left here for Aimstrong. The situation is not improving here as Tomakaze just unrelentingly punishes him for just being German. 6 kills in 18, and he actually should be using the incendiary pin in case I think like this would help out doing more damage to Tomakaze up north range, using the car on there. There's a need to retreat. Reinforcement healing, and the south troops moving in. Big push from Tomakaze in the south, forcing the command tank to intervene, support the infantry. Of course, there's still pursuit teams in either. They basically just whiff it as hard as they can. There we go, though. One penetrating, one bouncing. Rather than getting blasted by the fifth man bagging. Probably should be focused on the reassurance out in the open rather than unit in heavy cover, but still he goes for it. 56 versus 49. Reassurance down to half health. Almost going on wipe here. White force from the center victory point. Troops healing reinforcing. I need to get one in that command tank. And he also needs to hit the northern points. So we got a third churn for Tomakaze in the 90th Division. Really sort of getting into it now. Germans setting out here. Like, he could possibly be trying to flank for here. Could even try and attack the Aimstrong space directly with the path he's taking there either, which could prove nasty there. Telemark's being laid down. Great idea. It's just right now it's way too close to it. Also way too close to the front lines. I mean, a lot of risk. They need to get his tank away from the mine bar before he gets it off, in which case he could lose his tank on the spot. Captain troops they halt it. Pack Howitzers sets off. Again, he was doing it way too obviously. Way too obviously. In this case, Tomakaze just, clearly took it out easily. Needs to pull back the command tank. Pioneers need to retreat. Up north, Rangers sneaking up behind everything else. Aimstrong and Scott here to go for the fuel pump, where they're going to list trying to take the point, but they're doing some damage to the Rangers. Grenade off. Aimstrong. Oh, there's too much going on. Oh, the command tank saved the Gunleys with this aura. Otherwise, they would have been wiped. They were so closely bunched out. That was nuts lucky there for Aimstrong. Actually managed to just get there more or less right at the top. Like half a second before the grenade wore off, the command tank was there. Don't worry, guys. I'm here. Thank you for your magical aura protecting us from grenades. Yeah, just believe in Deutschland and they will hurt less. Another sniper. It's really crazy how much faith Aimstrong has in snipers. I'm really thinking at this stage he might be having a bit too much. I mean, the first sniper did alright, second sniper didn't last long, and the third sniper, I mean, if we sort of follow the history, he's just going to last a sec before something just, it explodes on its own. Like just, I don't feel so good, and then pop. That's it. I do feel like the third sniper and the second sniper was a bit him pushing it way too far. Still considering the current situation. But yeah, got us another sniper out. Going here from the northern Sherman Guard packs, going to lose Panzerfaust, most likely. But at least vulnerable to the Shermans in the centre there. I mean, I think he's might be extending. He's about to lose his heroic machine gun. Sherman down. Machine gun the white. He's down to 51 victory points with the 319 of Tomakaze. White Frost is being hammered out here. We got 28 kills on it. Hits on the Sherman. Pursuit from the command tank. If he's got any target weak points, he probably should use it. Let you turn one of the Shermans. You turn the Pack 40 back to help support the first one. He's focusing down on the packs. They're very good, very good. He must lose at least one Sherman. He could theoretically lose two. If, like, Aimstrong is a bit lucky and so does things correctly. Almost got one of the Shermans. There we go. Pack cleared out. Absolutely crazy stuff here. Absolutely crazy stuff. Smoke screen down. Pack pushes through. Sherman tries to escape here. Back here, healing reinforcements. I'm saying out with 4 kills. Gun of these pioneers on the move. And the center goes running from the victory point here, but they're going to get murdered. Now the smoke screen off. They get to go down the Pack. Really good moving there by Tomakaze. Good micromanagement and good planning. Aimstrong's Pack push there. Oh, almost got the Sherman, but just gets away. The Rapper getting murdered in the center here, though. Gun of these on the hand. Also getting murdered. There you go. Got a wipe. But he's down to 6 victory points. He moves over the point. Oh, Scheiße. Puma moved in there. Got the Sherman. It's actually abandoned, but he's going to lose the Puma here because he can't clear up the rear sons without aim support, and the aim support is nowhere nearby. Crewing the machine gun rather than supporting the Puma here around the northern point, maybe trying to reclaim the area around. He destroys the Sherman because, again, he can't clear it out because the move up stuff is cleared out. He's going to lose his Puma there, by the way, so... Pioneers with flamethrowers and a BAR trying to support here. Puma actually gets away. Lucky. Another Sherman on the way for Tomakaze. 6 points left though. Aimstrong is just barely hanging on here. Desperately so. Desperately so. Captain rushing forwards. Troops reinforcing healing. Rushing in the Puma again despite not being in any fighting condition at all. Crazy stuff there. Pack Howitzers with 30 kills. That unit really has done a lot of work there for Tomakaze. An absolute amount there. Unit white. I mean, Aimstrong is actually whittling down his force. The problem is he's so low now on victory points. Like, he can't afford any mistakes. He can't even afford, you know, Tomakaze doing anything well either. Like, there's just no room for, like, error from his side or just anything good from Tomakaze's side. Like, he just has to do everything perfectly now. Like, he just has to play, like, 200% better than Tomakaze from now on to win this. Possibly in 300%. And the problem is he just has no forces to do that. He needs to rush the southern victory point. He's about to lose the northern one now. This is just nuts. Pushing a centre here. We got going to need sniper support. This is Rifle Rangers. Pack recruit. Puma can't support him, didn't fully repair it. He rushed in for recruit. Ah, no, this is just looking like a mess. Going to need to retreat machine gun defending the centre victory point heroically. Wiped by the Pack Howitzer. Pack wiped as well. 5 points left here for Aimstrong. 4. 3. Oh God, repairing the Puma. 2. There we go, stabilized at 2 victory points. Machine is about to get wiped here. Pop goes that weasel. 34 kills on that Pack Howitzer. Again, it's just doing ungodly work in favour of Tomakaze here. Machine gun dealing with machine gun up close, forcing it to retreat. But he's still at 2 victory points, about to lose more. Like, his force is just vanishing now here. He's finally got the Puma operating again, but he's still at 2 victory points. And he's barely got anything left. At this stage, he really, I think, needs just to pop the Austrian reserves and pray for the best. A lot of praying. A lot of fervent praying. I think isn't as if Aimstrong now. Another Pack 40 on the way there for him. As Tomakaze is stealing the ones Aimstrong had and turning them against him. Sherman down to less than half health. Small victory. Almost got this Sherman. He's about to lose the Puma. Hits the Pack up north. And it goes down. Another vehicle destroyed here for Aimstrong. He's lost so many Pumas. He's lost so many Pumas. He's lost so much in general. And the Sherman's basically still Pershing. I mean, they're smoked within Tomakaze's base.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Heading for the calf point. Another Sherman for Tomakaze.
Our supply line's cut. Germans are making a push.
Bravo getting blasted with the double gun leads for light machine guns. And there you go. Tomakaze was riding the southern victory point while he's defending the northern one. At least they got forces to defend it. Whereas again, Aimstrong can't really send other forces away. This kind of looks like GG. Kind of looks like GG. I mean, as soon as he gets to this point and Aimstrong can't get down there in time, you know, it's just going to be... or at least then lose the centre victory point because he can't be everywhere. I mean, he just does not have enough forces. Panzer going to do this. Finally there for Aimstrong. Finally, it's just I feel at least 20 minutes too late, not half an hour too late. He's just rushing everything there. Sniper down. Really, those last 2 snipers really not do a lot of good here for Aimstrong. Rain is just murdering the absolutely just weakened grenadiers, and there you go. GG, game over. A bloody fight right here on Kholodny Ferma Winter between 2 highly ranked players, and certainly haven't seen Tomakaze around, but he's clearly good as well there. And just Tomakaze, I think, in many ways, just hiding just how powerful the Americans are. And particularly like the Pack Howitzers, you know, actually got buffed, and still many players just utterly underestimate how useful are. In particular, White Phosphorus Bounty just in many times completely sapped Aimstrong's defenses and other things. I mean, really, just really strong play there. Tomakaze really just utilising a lot of the Americans' ability to the fullest extent, flanking, attacking, keeping out the pressure, taking aggressively, Pershing, Shermans, you know, he just used a lot of it. Like, the only thing I don't think he used was actually the combined arms ability, and he probably could have destroyed Aimstrong there properly with it. Aimstrong, though, really, I think also did well. He was, able to drag out the 44 minutes. Clearly did something right. The problem was he also did some things really bad. I think one of the big issues was just the way he just threw away everything to get the Pershing. Had he just take those resources, he used the command tank to control the rest of the field while the Pershing was getting repaired, and then tried to push it to get out some Stugs. I think could actually have a better chance of winning it. But by throwing away the Puma and the command tank at a stage we really couldn't afford such losses, it really just handed a lot of the fight over to Tomakaze. It just became much harder of a steep climb for Aimstrong, and he just couldn't get back into the fight no matter how much he tried. He just became a win there for Tomakaze. But really, otherwise, excellent defense there by Aimstrong. He probably should have gone for, I think, another aim before too early, and I think the half-tick should have been upgraded so he could actually maintained a better field presence. That way, push back Tomakaze, I think, more efficiently. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, tell friends, share it with everyone. If not, send a new plan, find some feedback in the comment section. And if you like what I do, consider donating or pledging on Patreon. Links in the video description. Also, big thanks to Marcus for donating and supporting the Propagandacast. A very big thanks to you. And of course, allow me to keep doing this on a daily basis. So thank you all. You're all a wonderful audience. And see you all tomorrow for another Sonic episode. Bye.